Hello everyone. So today I'm going to show you some improvements I've made to the Combat Simulator EXE project. I have added shields and the ability to have more than just the default 3 weapon attributes. So first thing, I'll go ahead and run my executable file and show you these changes in action. For this demonstration I've created, and for testing purposes, I've created a new warrior, Ziegfeld, which is from Legend of Dragoon, if you know what that is. So I'll put Alexander the Great against Zieg. Keep all their values, their defaults. And then so first thing you'll notice is for these 4 variables here, we used to have just one assigned value. Now there's an armor and a shield value. Also in this demonstration I have 4 attributes: crush, slash, pierce, and fire, but only the first 3 listed in my settings file, which I'll show you more about that later, will appear on here. So that's just crush, slash, and pierce. I haven't changed any of the original warriors, so Alexander doesn't have a shield, but you can see on Zieg's side I do have the shield implemented. And this is how I like to do things. I think armor would have a higher coverage and lower resistances, and a shield would have a lower coverage but a lot higher resistances. And Zieg's got a pretty good shield in that example. But you can do it however you want. Just note that appropriate values are anything between 0 and 100. 100 is full coverage or full resistance. 0 is no resistance, no coverage, based on where you assign the variable. You can see Zieg is using the new element I've added called fire, or the new attribute, sorry, and on both of his mid and short range weapon, and that's why he's got the clear advantage here too, is because Alexander has no defenses to fire. And yes, I think that's all I was going to cover, so we'll just watch the rest of the match. And as you can tell, Zieg won. His biggest advantage was again those 2 fire weapons, which Alexander had no defense to. Now to show you how to implement these changes yourself. First, open the INI file, and I'll show you later how to do the CS export file too, for those who have Excel. Now normally your character list starts with the default and then go on down. Above that I've added a settings category. So you'll just need the settings. Here I'll list the number of attributes. I'll create 2 new attributes for this video to show you how to. So I'm going to increment the value to 6. And all you do is just go to the bottom of the list and follow the same format. ATTR5 is ice, ATTR6 is thunder. And now when creating characters or warriors, you have I've replaced crushing, slashing, and piercing variables no longer exist. Coverage still refers to armor though, and shield cover now refers to the coverage value of your shield. And then you just list resistance values for all attribute types that apply in this format. So for armor, it'd be ARM dash name of the attribute is equal to, and then your assigned value, as shown here. And then for the shield, it's the same, but SHD with a dash. So for example, that's 50% resistance to ice and 100% resistance to thunder on his armor. And then you can do the same for shield, add some kind of resistance, whatever. Also, there's no longer an L type and an M type. It's now L type 1, L type 2, L type 3. And that's means pretty much each weapon can have up to 3 attributes. 0 represents no attribute, and it's always good to have at least 1 attribute listed. Otherwise the weapon's going to be pretty broken because there's nothing that can resist it. But you'd enter the attribute value, like index value here, so the 3 represents attribute 3 pierce. So the crossbow is a piercing type weapon. And I'll show you down here in Zieg, he's got a weapon that is both piercing and fire. And then he's got the 2 new fire weapons. So yep, that's how you'd update your character INI file. Any questions, be sure to ask me in the comments below. Now for the exporter file, I have I've already replaced a lot of the names on the side for you and have my 4 default attributes listed here. Feel free to change any of them if you want, by the way. But to add a new attribute, just simply insert a row. I do that by right-clicking on the side here when you have this little arrow. Hit insert, and you type the name in its correct format. So ARM-ice, ARM-thunder. I can highlight 2 rows at once even. And then just go ahead and assign values. So, 99 resistance to both. That's pretty mean. And then you see the type 1, 2, 3 has already been implemented. I didn't mention it before, but you can only have up to 3 types in the weapons. Don't try to insert a L-type 4 because the program just won't even pick it up. Yeah, that won't do anything. You're limited to 3. 3 should be plenty though. Note that having too many types in a weapon could actually have a negative impact on it, based on how you set up, all your variables. So I could actually have a weapon that's higher power and have multiple types and still be a balanced game because there's more opportunity for the opponent to resist the armor, because they get hit with, they'd be double penalized in this case. If the enemy has high pierce and fire resistance, they'd doubly resist the flame dart. So you apply those changes, also go to the settings, be sure to add new attributes down here and change the value up here. And then I'll select this cell right here, Control-C to copy, and add 2 new values. I'll just highlight it down, hit Control-V. And so this right here is your generated list to start your INI file, which, whoops, you do just simply by pasting that into a notepad file. And then over on your warrior list, do Alt F8, highlight your macro, press run, and it'll generate this list on the copied notepad sheet, which it already highlighted all the lists, but if you accidentally clicks off, just select cell A1, choose Control, Shift, and press down key. That'll highlight the whole list for you. Control-C to copy, and you can just paste that into your notepad file and save as characters.ini. And of course you can also just open your characters INI file, delete the warriors that are already in there, and paste in that new list. That works as well. And that's all there is. Any questions or comments, be sure to, of course, leave your comments below in the video. And I do plan on having a couple more changes in the future. I'm thinking about getting rid of the long, mid, and short range weapon types, and just having like up to 4 weapons where the AI would use the best weapon for any given situation. I feel like it'd add a lot more diversity to the game and a lot more, just a lot different ways to implement everything. So any ideas you have, be sure to let me know below as well. And thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.